Spring is here and you're off to the store because you want to slay that lawn. So you get yourself there and you're gonna pick up the best 4-step or 5-step plan on the market. What does that even mean? Do you even need it? Well, today we're gonna explore just that. Now, those 3 to 5-step plans out there are really enticing because they've got some really fancy numbers on the bags. Every bag is different. You don't need it. The fact of the matter is those numbers represent the amount of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some benefits to these plans. Some of the bags have pre-emergent in them, which disrupts weed seed germination, which is also a good thing. Now, it might shock you to know that pre-emergent really needs to go down before the ground temps hit 50 degrees. Now, a lot of you guys are getting the fertilizer with the pre-emergent down too late, and it affects your annual grass control like crabgrass and foxtail because it wasn't explained properly. So there are some benefits to it. Now, the negatives are it doesn't have weed control in it, the numbers get very confusing, and most of you guys aren't too sure when or how to apply it. Now, one of the biggest negatives to this system is they market it as if it's going to control weeds because they put the pre-emergent in the bag. Now, contrary to what the bag says on weed control, it's not actually going to kill the weeds, and it leaves you with the option of having to go back to the store to buy more items. Now, for the sake of this video, we're just going to be talking about fertilizer, such as the first 3 numbers on the bag and what's inside the bag. Now, you're all wondering, so Ginja, okay, you hit your point home, we don't need a 3 to 5-step plan, but what are we supposed to do? Now, the only fertilizer you need is the fertilizer that will supplement what's deficient in the soil. Now, when it comes to these companies that manufacture 3 and 4 and 5-step plans, you have to remember they're doing everything for the masses, for the people out there that just want to walk in the store and walk out and hope that the scientists got it right. If you're looking for a much better plan to slay that lawn, to get it really thick, really rich, really green, you want to do a soil test. That way there's no more guesswork. I use the My Soil Test to make sure that I know exactly what's in the soil. Now, the reason why I do this is because this is in our region, we're extremely high in phosphorus, extremely low in nitrogen, and we're extremely low in chelated iron. Now, the My Soil Test Kit tells me what's plant available, and the interesting aspect about that is in our region, our iron is through the roof, but the available iron, also known as chelated iron, is really low. So my focus for my own house is using a 10-0-10 because it's going to push in a lot of nitrogen and a lot of potassium where I don't need the phosphorus. And you could very easily get phosphorus poisoning on a lawn, which is why you will never see me using products like Milo or having a bag number that's bigger than 5, because it's going to push too much phosphorus and that leaches in the soil and back into our waterways, which I don't want you to do, and I don't want to do that as well. So soil tests are the answer. Now, if you decide to go the soil testing route and you get your kits back, you're wondering, okay, well, what do I buy? Well, the My Soil Test Kit with the link that I have in the description of the video will actually give you Ginja preferred products to apply on your lawn. Now, you're not going to be fixing the soil. Let me repeat this. You're not going to be fixing the soil. Don't stress about the soil test. All we're trying to figure out is what you're deficient in so you can, and what you're high in, so you can focus on the lows and not the highs. Now, believe it or not, this one type of fertilizer for the entire season is gonna work just fine. You don't have to have 5 different bags to store. And the most annoying part about that is if you don't use all the bag, you're just kind of hosed. Then it goes in the garage, it just kind of sits there. You gotta wait till next year for the new number. You don't need to do that. This system is so easy. It allows for consistency too, and the lawn will absolutely love it. Now, as far as weed control goes, you need to know the type of grass you have, and also what type of weed that you're trying to kill. If you're not familiar with the type of weed that you have, try out weedalert.com. Now, I'm not sponsored by them, but it is a fantastic tool because it will give you recommendations on what to do to get rid of the weed. And if you can't figure that out, hit my link up in the description of the video and go to domyown.com, and in the search bar, type the name of the weed. It's going to pull up several options for herbicides that you can choose from. Just make sure that the type of grass that you have is listed for use on the label, as well as the target weed that you're going after. But if you guys have any other questions, comments, or concerns, hit me up in the comments below. You know I'd love to help you guys out. Until next time, guys, this is the Pest and Lawn Ginja. We're slaying lawns.